I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
Buy our merch.
You think you like my music better than Bach's music?
Oh yeah, you're way better than Bach. You know.
And you mean that?
I do mean that. I do mean that. My heart.
My music is more moving than Bach's,
Yeah,
eh?
it is. Yep.
Huh?
Much more moving.
It doesn't frustrate you like
No,
Bach's.
it doesn't make me angry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Okay, so you heard it here first, dear listener. I am a better musician than Johann Sebastian Bach, and I kind of
agree,
and I think that that's a real objective opinion without bias or anything like that from your vantage point.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm about.
All right, you guys. We are now on to song number 2 in our, what is it, the White Tree of Gondor?
The White Tree of Gondor.
Yes, stream. The next song we're going to do is Hawkwind 7x7.
What's it called? Hawkwind?
Yeah, Hawkwind is the band.
Okay.
The Space Ritual Alive in Liverpool and London, commonly known as Space Ritual, is a 1973 live double album recorded in 1972 by UK rock band Hawkwind. Lemmy was in the band until he was He was in the band until he was uninvited due to his drug use. I'm sorry. Uninvited is kind of a funny word.
I know.
Because you're... Oh, no. You got him 0. Look at it, honey. It says 0 real big.
You can have it. Congratulations.
I told you to get him 2. Maybe the other one you didn't get 0.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're in the middle of work. Enjoy it. All right. Ready?
Okay. Poor thing. Did Lemmy... Lemmy was in the band until he was uninvited due to drug use. Did Lemmy a favor in retrospect, but he was not happy about it, to say the least. There is a life lesson in there. You never know what a setback will lead you to. It could be a huge benefit, as in this instance, spawning Motorhead. The songs are interspersed by electric and spoken pieces. Oh. Electronic
this should be
and
very
spoken
interesting.
Pieces, making this one continuous performance. The Space Ritual show attempted to create a full audio-visual experience, representing themes developed by Barney Bubbles and Robert Calvert, intertwining the fantasy of starfarers in suspended animation, traveling through time and space with the concept of spheres. A lot to choose from here. Settled on this one.
All right. Well, we'll be the judge. We'll be the judge of that. Hawkwind 7x7. Viewer discretion advised. There are breastises in this thingamajig. Let's do it.
Well, you don't even have to show it.
I mean, we don't have to show. It's right there. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but we have like lots of.
Okay. I'll get the lyrics.
It's
I'll get the
unnecessary.
lyrics and cover up the breastises. Does that suffice?
I mean, I don't think it's a major deal, but I don't know how other people feel about it.
All right, I'll cover it up. Don't worry.
That's interesting. I'm closing my eyes.
Lost am I in this world of timelessness and war? Can I find the doorway to which I must go? Is the key to this plane too much for me that try again? Is the passport to this world my astral soul? My astral soul. My astral soul. My astral soul.
Seven signs wrote on seven stars.
Uh-oh.
7 ways to find the long lost bards. 7 days became 7 years. While Pocus laughed and he called foul jeers. 7 times he cursed their 7 tears. Till each became their 7 fears. What is lost is never gained again. I've cast the spell that eternity chained. No more to cry, O mortal soul. The astral path is now your fortuitous role.
Lost am I
alien stuff start? Like where it like really became popularized?
I think probably
sounds,
the Roswell. I think Roswell
what
really.
year was that?
That was the 50s, right? The Roswell incident. You know, which let me see.
Because it like it has like that sort of like
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean? That sort of, like,
with the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
1947, I think.
Wow, 1947.
1947. Yeah. So
And this was
all
until
trippy.
the 70s.
Yeah. So Roswell has already been firmly
Yeah.
implanted into the psyche. Lost am I in this world of timelessness and woe. The concept of time is a weird thing to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
We had this conversation a couple days ago, and I'm still, no closer to it. I mean, somebody was saying something about like the measurement that it takes for entropy to be realized or something, and that's what time is. So it's like, okay, so if we didn't have entropy, we wouldn't be able to. If you could conceive of a being that wasn't subject to entropy, then that being would be timeless. Or if we didn't have entropy as a principle in the world, then we wouldn't have time. Like, it's an extremely difficult thing to... Like, I was listening to an interview from Prince one time, and they said, how old are you? How old are you, Prince? Hey, Faye Witch in the house. Gang, gang, gang. They asked Prince how old he was. He's like, I don't believe in time. And at the time, I was like, dang, you dumb as hell. Prince, you don't know who he is. At the time, I was like, nigga, you dumb as hell, bro. Like, what do you mean you don't believe in time? How do you not believe in time? But then, like, the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it's this arbitrary thing. Like, we decided that 365, well, we didn't decide. I mean, it's how long it takes to get around the sun. But then we decided that, rotations around the sun equal a year. Mm-hmm. This is completely arbitrary. Where did that... And so now you're 50, you're 55, yada, yada, yada. And then, I don't know, like... Time is something that bugs me a lot because I'm not particularly certain that it's something that's real. I feel like it's a fiction that we've invented to
and they're
to control things or have reference points for things. Go ahead.
That's really interesting because I'm a very controlling person. You're not so much of a controlling person, and your concept of time. And
you're controlling.
Your concept of time and my concept of time are totally different.
What do you mean?
Like, how long did you think that you were making me wait parked in the wrong spot for you at the hair place today?
I don't know. Probably 25 minutes.
So you did know. So I'm sitting out there parked in the wrong spot, people going by, getting angry. I didn't really care so much about people getting angry. I was annoyed because I wanted to get coffee, and we had like back-to-back appointments and all kinds of stuff was late. Well, anyway, so I'm waiting for Vinny to get out, and it just felt like such a long time. And then it progressively became more and more outrageous to me that I was still sitting there 20 minutes later. And so I decided I wasn't going to wait there anymore. But like for you, like
for
time,
me, what?
You've always been kind of like warm culture. Like, you'll roll in and roll out, whatever. And I'm like...
You're like what?
I feel time more than you do, but
okay.
and I feel more like my life should be lined up with time, where you're not like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I
it's
feel
funny.
like the whole concept of time itself is just a human invented control mechanism.
You might be right.
You see what Augustine said? Augustine said, "What is time? If no one asks me, I know what it is. If I wish to explain it to him who asks, I do not know."
Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's why Augustine's a genius.
Mm-hmm. So, Sadie, what time period are you thinking?
Yeah, the War of the Worlds broadcast. That's another one where they did some broadcasts and they're like, emergency, there's aliens or whatever. People went crazy. They really thought
that
that
was
like
when?
I don't know when the War of the Worlds broadcast showed up, but that was a big one.
So then he goes on to talking about 7 signs wrote on 7 stars.
That
7
was
ways.
1938.
Oh.
So it was about 9 years before the Roswell, a decade before the Roswell incident.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, then he goes on to talking about 7 this, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, a bunch of 7s.
Yeah, the Gamatria stuff.
And we also talked about he keeps like he says, is the passport to this world my astral soul? And obviously I was thinking about astral projection at that point when he was talking about that. When did that get popularized?
Your astral soul is it's your space body.
Yeah.
That goes off into the universe. Do you believe in that stuff, that people can astral project and astral travel, or you think that that's bull poopy?
Oh no, I believe it.
You think it's real?
I do think it's real. How far people can go and what they can see, like, do I think that I could go to the next room?
That they're able to like
see you? I don't know.
They're able to literally detach their souls from their body and then travel at will.
I believe, but what I'm saying is I'm not sure how far I would go with it. Like, do I believe that somebody can travel from here to China? People are talking about the astral
plane. They're talking about China. They're talking about going out of the stratosphere into the universe.
Oh, I believe in that, actually, yeah.
But you don't know if they can make it to China?
No, because but
that doesn't make sense.
But that's, yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah.
What? Have you done that? Have you gone to China?
No, I've not gone to China.
Tell me.
I haven't gone to China.
Have you gone somewhere with your astral body?
I feel like, yeah, I have.
This is the first time hearing this?
No, I don't believe that's true.
It is. I would have remembered. Explain it. Now I'm very intrigued.
I feel like
I'm very intrigued. Explain this to me. What happened?
So, but you know what? This really could be. This is gonna make my parents look kind of bad. But, so my parents had a very nice house, but there was not air conditioning in the house. There was one air conditioner. It was in my parents' bedroom. This really makes them sound terrible. My bedroom was on the front of the house, and it had like a lot of windows, and it would get sometimes over 100 degrees in my bedroom. Like we all had our own thermostat.
Okay, so you didn't astral travel. You were just very hot.
I'm not sure.
You were just hot, and you had a hallucination.
Please stop. So we would you would get grounded for one reason or another. You know, kids do stuff. And you'd be grounded to your room, and like a fan in a situation when it's 100 degrees, it doesn't really do anything. It's almost like non-existent. So you're laying in your bed, you're grounded, you're sweating. And so what are you going to do? You're just going to sit in that room the whole time, or are you going to try to travel somewhere? So then you try to travel somewhere. But I don't know, like you're saying, like maybe I was dehydrated. Maybe I was too hot.
Okay, so wait a second. You've never told me this story before, but okay, let's explore it. So you're in the room and you wanted to travel somewhere. So your soul left your body.
Kind of would feel like that. Like you just go back and just let yourself go.
And then where did you go?
I felt like I was like other places, but not like earthly places. Stop looking at me like this.
What do you mean stop looking? You're making this insane claim about astral travel.
I'm not. I didn't say that's what
debuted on the stream, and I'm just supposed to go. Yeah, that's a normal conversation to have.
No, I literally said it might have been because it was friggin' 100 degrees in my room. Maybe I was dehydrated. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you see anything? You did.
I'm not going into a bunch of details.
I don't need you to go into detail. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead. What did you see?
No, I was awake.
Okay, so
you have to lay you lay perfectly still. You don't move at all.
Yep. And what did
you shallow your breathing?
What did you see? Tell me. I'll believe you. I'm genuinely curious. What did you see? Or are you just bullshit?
You just feel like you're just going away, and you're like.
Did you see anything?
Yeah, like outer spacey type things. Like
you saw outer space.
You know, like when you see like those. You know those videos when like it looks like you're traveling through space. It's stuff like that. But how do you know that's not something that you saw some other place? And then as you're hallucinating because it's fucking over 100 degrees.
How long did it last?
Oh, I don't know, because you don't know time in those situations. Because you're literally grounded until the next day.
First of all, it wasn't even 100 degrees. It wasn't 100 degrees.
Okay, I mean, there was a thermostat in my room, and sometimes it was way out there. It was very hot.
Yeah, it was 100 degrees, so it wasn't 100 degrees.
Does it ever get over 100 degrees in Maine?
No.
What are you talking about?
No, it's never been over 100 degrees here. Not since I've been here. Were you sufficiently...
You want to bet?
Were you sufficiently hydrated?
No.
You were not sufficiently hydrated.
No, probably not.
Like, were you dehydrated? Were your
Honey,
lips cracking?
I was a fucking kid. I don't know. I didn't
You
take
don't remember
notes.
if your lips were cracking? How long did this experience last?
No, my lips probably weren't cracking. My
Then you
lips
weren't
cracked. I
dehydrated.
put some chapstick on them.
How long did the experience last? Ya Rasulullah.
I literally said, I don't know. You don't clock time in those situations because you want time to just move on without you.
I understand. Was it like 2 seconds or 5 minutes or 5 hours? What would it be closest to?
Probably closest to 15 minutes. I don't know.
So you were in space for
Or 30 minutes, maybe.
You
I don't
were
really
in
know. I don't
space-
know. Maybe it was
you
only
were
2
in-
minutes.
You were in space for
I never
15
said I was in
minutes.
space. I said that I had a situation on multiple occasions. Also, I will add in
Shit is
that
weird,
I
bro.
okay, I do this is weird, but I get migraines without the headache. So my vision will get like all like fucked. So I don't know if it had to do with that. It's, you know,
You saw spacey shit because of a migraine? I don't think so. You're a strange person though. Like, you lucid dream and stuff, and like you've told the future pretty accurately at a bunch of like I told you yesterday. Like, I think you're like on the low, like some type of superhero. In 30 years, we'll figure out what the hell was going on with your mind.
yeah.
But
I feel like
you've got the most powerful mind I've ever seen in my life. That's for sure.
yeah.
Like, your ability to create realities is what I mean. Like,
So maybe I wanted to travel.
so like
that.
I'm like 70-30 on it as to whether or not. Do you really believe?
18, I'm back. What's Sori claiming?
Do you really believe that that happened? That's what you did? Or do you think you were just hot and sweaty and tripping? Or do you really believe that something otherworldly truly happened in them?
That's all I'm gonna say about it, because
No, I'm asking what you believe about it.
I don't know. I had like a lot of kind of weirdish sort of stuff like that. Like sometimes I felt like I could go to the living room from my room. But that doesn't mean, but you're a kid. Like what, you know what I mean? Like you've been someplace when you're a kid and then you go back there and you're like, wow, that was really different. So
I don't understand what your being a child has to do with it.
I'm just crediting what I'm saying so nobody says I'm insane and blue papers me.
No, I just think that it's
I don't know.
I'm inclined to believe you if you say you believe that that's what you did, but you're being all fuzzy now.
Well, I'm
is
being
it because
fuzzy
of all
about
the
it.
silly what?
No, I don't even think people are really saying a whole lot. I mean, I just
Why are you being all
I
weird
don't know
about
because
it?
I never really thought about it as anything. I just thought, you know, like, I mean, sometimes you think that something is normal because that's how you felt. So you assume everybody was in that situation. Like,
Right.
you know, my sister would read books in her room. I didn't.
You would astral project.
I would try to see if I could travel somewhere. But whether or not that
Holy
was
shit,
the heat
you've been
or
a witch. You've been a witch this
I've been a
entire
witch.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's why you're attracted to me. You're a dark fella. So I don't know.
No, I if you tell me, hey, that's what I was doing, I would believe you.
I am inclined to think that
There's
that's
no-
what happened, but I'm not convinced that that's what happened.
Why are you not convinced?
Well, because I have a really strong imagination, so I believe that if I lay down on something,
But I've
I wanna
also
say
seen
too much.
you do a bunch of supernatural shit though.
Yeah.
That's like I've seen it with my own eyes, so like I don't care
And
about.
I mean, there's that show where, you know, like that's what they would like pull out of their bodies, and then they said, let's see if we can switch. Of course, it didn't go well for one of the characters at that point, but anyway.
That's why
I'm very
you were
drawn.
so
I'm
big on
very drawn to that show. I was like, what's gonna happen? This is fascinating.
Okay, I see.
Interesting.
I see. Oh, you learn new things every day. You're into all that spacey shit. That's why. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
So, have you ever done anything like that? What?
I've had a lot of weird shit, but it wasn't like internal. Like to me, like the astral projection stuff is internal. Versus, you know, like you inside of yourself, pull yourself out and go somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Versus the experience I've had are not internal. They're like external. They're like, that's not very explicable type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
No. I don't know what you're saying.
Well, we'll talk about it if the subject comes up. This is astral plane, astral projection. I've never done any of that stuff, but I've had other situations where I'm like, okay, that's not really, there's no real category for that situation. So, there you go.
Interesting.
But yeah, when the topic comes up in a song, you can ask me about it, and then there you go.
Yeah, it's never going to come in a song. That's why you're saying that. We all know what's going on.
No, that's not true. Wallahi, it could come up in a song, and if you think to ask me, I'll be honest about it.
Wow.
I will.
How about you just be honest about it right now? Yeah.
Huh?
How about you just be honest about it right now?
Because it's not the subject of the song. I'm not going to hijack the song to talk about my experience with whatever. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay, so yeah, so this song, I can see how, like, especially at that time period, like where people were getting all into the space stuff and like these sounds, like when they were new, you know what I mean? Like how exciting, like these weird sounds.
Yeah. And the buttons. That was my big thing. I was like, ooh, they got buttons. And you press a button and some shit was gonna happen. Like, that was my thing. But this was really, really trippy.
Yeah, exactly, Amy. Let's make it a subject, Vin.
And this song was really trippy, and it kind of gets you in that mood to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have those discussions, which I think is really, really cool. But I agree with Alan. Like, it's impossible to even have an objective moment anyway, because you can only experience a moment through your senses and your mind, all of which we have proven at a mathematical level are literally impossible to apprehend reality objectively. It's impossible. So we cannot apprehend any reality objectively. All we can do is metaphysically apprehend reality with logic and math. But as far as seeing something or whatever, nothing that you see is the way it actually is. I mean, that's just a scientific fact.
Weird.
So that's why, to me, it's like there's a lot of possibilities for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So even if I didn't know you, I mean, I believe anything you tell me genuinely, just because I know you and I've seen you and I've seen shit happen. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, you know, as a concept, I would believe it. But this song was very, very trippy to me.
All right, what do you give it?
I actually like this song more than the other song because it put me in a weird mood.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Yeah, so this song's getting a 9. Not necessarily because I enjoyed the song, but because the song, in my opinion, did exactly what it was designed to do, which is put the listener in a weird mood. Go ahead.
9 for me as well.
It's a 9 for you? Mm-hmm. Well, there you are, dear listener. You learn something new every day, and apparently so do I. Sori's a witch. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone. Holy shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
I feel like if I would have become a fortune teller, I would have made a lot of money.
You'd have made a lot of cheese.
Yeah, because I feel like I could look the part.
We could have been like one of those like carnival.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
You know, people. Hey!
You get them in there.
I'd be able to cold read the fuck out of those people. All right, here we go. Commercial time.